Oh, now I could hear. Okay, cool.
Welcome to the SourceFed podcast. I'm Matt Lieberman.
I'm
Garrett.
I'm William Haynes.
Yeah, we're just talking about a little bit of Pharrell.
William looks like he's just listening to his first track that he's just put down.
Did you see that video of Pharrell listening to some like student's song and like freaking out?
Yeah.
He like loses his mind. He's like about to cry.
Really?
That's because it's a really good song.
Yeah, it's a really good song. I want the song. I want that girl's song.
Yeah.
Like Pharrell says, like he's like in one of his songs on NERD, he's like, I grew up and I could see sounds.
Well, yeah, he's a synesthete. What is it?
Synesthesia or something like that.
What is that? It sounds like an operation that you get.
It's people who, when they hear music, they can see it as colors. Like they see colors when they hear certain sounds.
Yeah.
And
what color would this note be? Hee hee hee. Was that a yellow?
Blue.
Oh, I was saying.
Yeah, it's like a robin's egg blue.
Spectrum.
I was projecting yellow just then.
See, things that come out give an opposite interpretation.
It's because I said who and it sounded like blue. Purple.
It's obviously purple.
Purple
exactly.
and orange.
I was aiming for an orange, came out purple.
Exactly.
You were aiming for an orange?
Yeah.
No, I got the orange.
You got a
People listening
taste of orange?
Are probably for real like, what am I missing?
Like Pharrell, actually.
Yeah.
The Pharrell thing is true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really funny story about that, how people perceive things. I remember Mum was saying how we retain and how we observe and absorb everything is in different ways. And what I do, I'm a visual person. So when I was learning my scripts, if someone, and I didn't realize this until I had my A4 page and then someone printed it and they made columns out of it. And I was like, what have you done? This is wrong. I can't do it. And they're like, it's mainly the same words. And I was like, but it looks different. And what I would do is visualize how many sentences and lines were in paragraphs. So I'd be like, all right, 3 lines and then 5 lines and then 2 lines and then 6 lines. And then not only that, but when I would rehearse it, I could start to see my sentences and it looked like sheet music, because when my inflections would go around, that's how I would learn the line. And I could see it bopping up and down.
Yeah, I can see that like when writing sketches and stuff like that, you can hear the musicality of the words, and it's like that's one word too many. Like that's like just not enough. Like you can build more here, less here. Like if you ever want to write, like you know what a spec script is, right? It's like when people want to be a writer in TV, like it's writing an episode of a show that's already on the air. It's called a spec script. You're writing it on spec. It's never to be used. You're just writing it to show that you can.
You keep saying spec.
Yeah.
What?
Spec, like speculative.
There it is.
Yeah.
Speculative?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like if I were to make an episode of a TV show that's already on the air, this is what it would look like.
Yeah.
Speculative.
Speculate.
I'm speculating what it would be.
That's interesting though. I would want to do that for fun.
You should just do it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Just
But
do
like
it.
when I was in college, like I wrote a few of them, and I wrote one for Big Bang Theory back when it was in its like second season, and I did nothing for 2 weeks but just watch all of the episodes that had already been released over and over and over until like you can kind of hear the rhythm of the show. It's like the jokes always come in kind of the same place. Like this is the point where Raj would make a joke, and this is the point where Sheldon would make a joke. Big extended laugh. Like you can kind of hear where things are supposed to go.
CBS sitcoms, especially from that time, are like so brilliantly and like well put out. Like it's consistently it. Like if you've ever seen How I Met Your Mother, which was on at the same time as Big Bang Theory, those two shows were like, oh, when I turn my TV on, I know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a rhythm. It's reliable. It's comforting. It's why those shows are popular.
Yeah.
As a nerd, should I be proud that I've actually never seen a full episode of Big Bang Theory?
I think you can be.
It depends. Like some nerds like actually are into the show and some hate it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a level of elitism to like the hate on the show. Because like while it's, it's not my cup of tea, I can't say that it's never made me laugh. It can.
Yeah, it's a sitcom. It has to make you laugh. It's
I don't like
designed
watching
to.
comedy.
At
Me
all?
either at this
Not
point.
really. No.
These days.
Is it
like
because
my-
you do comedy for a living? Or?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is for me. As a hopefully I can get past it, but like whenever I watch something comedy, I'm like, oh, I would have done it like this or I would have done it like that, and that stops me from enjoying it. So yeah.
What about you, Maud?
Like on Netflix, there's all these comedy specials. Don't laugh. But when I'm watching comedy, I'm more inclined to laugh in person
Yeah.
because they can see me laughing. I got called out. I got heckled.
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't appreciate it. I was there because a group of friends were like going to go, and their friend was going up on stage, and the woman that ran it, a friend came out the last minute, she dropped out. I took her ticket. They had a big problem with it, and I was like, look, I'm obviously not stealing a ticket. I paid money for it. She's not coming. I am now. That's all that is. She gave me a lot of attitude. And then it turns out that she was the headlining act.
Oh.
And she was, this larger woman who thought that extremes were the only way to be funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me talk about my vagina a lot. And, I'm gay. Blah, 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 and it's just like, whoa, okay. And then I didn't laugh at something. And she was like, what, you didn't like that joke? You didn't like it?
Yeah.
You didn't like that joke? And I was like, not really, not particularly. She's like, what, don't you like your mother? Because her joke was about a mum. And I was like, no, I do a lot. And she was like, well, why aren't you laughing? Why don't you think it's funny? And I was like, well, obviously my mum's not here.
That just sounds like a bad comedian. That just sounds like someone who's just deeply insecure.
I was like, obviously my mum's not here. Maybe I miss her, okay?
Right.
That's all
You
that is.
should've,
And she's like, well, get on a plane and leave then.
Jesus
Wait, this is
Christ.
where is this at?
Where was this? Comedy store? Comedy store.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like-
the
And
comedy store.
I just sat there smiling like her, like fucking Dolores Umbridge in Harry Potter, just smiling sweetly, killing her with my eyes.
When she said, "Don't you love your mother?" you should have been like, "My mom's dead."
I was so tempted.
You
But if
should've.
anything had happened to my mother, it would have been because of that woman and me
Yeah.
having beef, and I couldn't live with her.
But that moment, you would have
Yeah.
killed.
Oh,
her.
you would have crushed. You would have taken that audience from her. You would have had them in the palm of your hand.
Then you would have got up there and done it.
I was like, I don't ever want to go to shows again. But I mean, there's such a fine line between, I think there's a lot of good comedians, but to be a great comedian, you can
Oh,
tell,
yeah.
right? You can tell
Oh,
good
yeah.
from great. And there's
Oh yeah.
but you're a good
Well,
heckler.
it's like getting
Real better.
getting angry at the audience is not
not
the
laughing.
right. Like
Yeah.
you can take that out on yourself. You can make fun of yourself. You can make fun of the joke. You can make fun of the premise. You can move on.
Yeah.
To something that actually might be funny. But attacking the audience because your joke didn't land doesn't work. The only time I've ever seen someone win over a crowd through that is you've seen that Bill Burr heckling video, right?
No. But
fun.
him.
Oh, so Bill Burr was doing a show in Philadelphia.
Is his
and-
last name Baggins?
No.
Why doesn't he
Bill
change?
Burr Baggins?
Yes.
No,
That needs
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr Baggins. I'm never gonna hear anything.
So
You're done.
he's in Philly, he's doing a show, and people aren't really laughing. And so he starts just viciously attacking the audience. He's like, I've got 15 minutes left in my set, and I'm going to tear you down. And he just starts ripping into every single stereotype about Philly, calling them every like foul name he can think of. And I guess just because it's Philly, like they loved it. They were
Yeah.
at first they were like angry, but by the end of it, he was like, I got 3 minutes left. I'm not stopping. And they're like cheering, like take us down. It's like you have to have that sheer force of will. Like
Yeah.
do not stop talking.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of many people in the world. Like, I honestly think if I had to go talk to anybody, I'd be fine. But Bill Burr kind of scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He's like a hilarious comedian, but so aggressive.
He's got so much anger.
I couldn't take that. I don't know what I would do. I'd be like, all right, like
Take my wife, please.
take my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
I like him.
Do you think
though.
he's a hugger? Would he hug people?
Maybe?
Maybe his friends.
Some people I mean, like maybe he has like a need to be aggressive on stage, but on off stage, he's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you? Well, how similar are you to your on,
I don't stop, so I'm always me. I
or are you never you?
That's the question that some people brought up to me recently. I think once you do something for 21 days, like which is the rule, then it's you.
What, you form a habit to be yourself?
Yeah.
You become your own habit.
I think I've just been like so busy lately, like for like the past couple of months, that like I literally haven't stopped being on. So this is who I am now.
Maybe you need to take a vacation, dude.
Yeah, I
Get
am.
outta
after
here.
this.
Yeah.
Like, after this, I'm gonna like.
Where are you gonna go? What's your dream location?
My dream location is what's it called? Catalina Island.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Catalina
Yeah.
Island.
That's not really thinking outside the box. That's only like an hour and a half away.
I mean, you got to take a ferry to get there, though.
Yeah.
All right. You
And
got to
it's
take
a
a
nice
boat.
ferry,
plane
too.
to get to most places.
For me, though, as a guy who doesn't like leaving home, getting on a boat is a big deal.
Yeah, and they have
can't
goats
swim,
there.
huh?
Because I can't swim. That's a big risk. Everybody else on the boat's like, all right, if the boat goes
but
down.
I can't fly. So being in a plane,
It's pretty
like
scary.
if anything happens, I'm going down.
Like, I'm never want to be the guy that sits on the aisle that they're like, all right, if
The
something
exit
goes
row?
bad. No, sit me somewhere else. If shit starts hitting the fan, have a guy on that. Not me.
What are you if you're not a guy?
I mean, I am a male, but I'm not a guy.
A guy's guy.
You're a guy, not the guy.
I'm not the guy. No,
Right.
no. My hat might fly off if the wind starts hitting it.
and then it's game over.
Game over. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna defend that hat before anyone else on the plane.
Yeah.
It's the worst airplane story.
I really love being on airplanes because that's the only time where people are like, all right, let's all just shut up.
It's like an in-air library.
Yeah. You will get in
Headphones.
trouble if you start talking.
Yeah.
I've had a chatty Cathy. Oh, yeah, no, I've had a few problems actually.
I hate chatty Cathys.
Chatty Cathy's fine when you're like, I'm just gonna, and if they don't get that as a hint, game over.
Right.
But I actually I was going to Paris and there was a French guy who I was on one side, a guy in, and he was a guy in over the aisle and was leaning over everyone to try and talk to me. And I was watching a movie and he's like, excuse me. Oh, my French is terrible. What is it? How?
Wait. Excusez-moi.
Pardon. And I was like, yes. And he's like, you're going to Paris? And I was like, Paris? Oh, I can't do it. I'm butchering this whole thing. And I was like, yeah, clearly I'm on the plane. And he's like, sorry? I was like, and he couldn't understand a word I was saying. He didn't speak any English, well, barely any
But he
English.
was desperate to connect with you.
And I couldn't speak any French.
And also, you were speaking that other kind of English.
Yeah. Excuse me. Pardon. But it got to the point where it was like harassment. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And I tried to put my headphones on. And the guy next to me like kind of woke up and he was bilingual. And he was like, is this guy annoying you? And I said, yeah, a lot. Like, because every time the conversation would go nowhere, I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. He'd be like, okay. So when in land and I'm like, shut up. What happened? Hold on. The guy spoke.
The translator.
The translator was just like, do you want to talk to her? Does she want to talk to you? And he's like, yeah, oui. And he was like, do you want to talk to him? I was like, absolutely not. And he goes, mate, in French, doesn't want to talk to you. And he's like, what do you mean she does not want to talk to me? And they're starting to get really angry. We got an air hostess in, sorted shit out, moved me up to business class to get away.
How's that
from
the
him.
worst story? It worked out great.
No, this
for
is
you.
great. So, ladies, if you're getting harassment, you don't have to stay in that seat. You tell someone that you're not comfortable there, and if they have a spare seat up in premium economy or business, you will get your ass moved.
What
Hey.
I've noticed,
It's only for like an hour and a half of the remaining flight. but
Still, though.
the reason I love being a man,
City of love.
It's like if you're a woman, people are way more likely to talk to you. Like I remember my friend told me she was like parking by my house and like she parked a little off and some guy talked to her and was like, you could have parked a little bit closer. No man would ever say that
No.
to me. Ever.
No.
To the point that when it does happen, we're shocked.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
What did I do something? Did I do something wrong? But no, it's horrible because men just feel like they can talk to women whenever.
Yeah.
But there are people that just give off an approachable vibe. Some
Right.
people just have a face that you're like, oh, you look nice, you know, and that's guys and girls. But obviously,
True.
the percentage wise is like 25% of guys and like 80% of girls. I liked to think that I did not have an approachable face. People would not come up to me and ask, have a chat,
Yeah.
tell me that my car wasn't parked well.
I don't know, like, what did he even want to talk about? Like,
We couldn't even communicate.
yeah.
What he wanted to do is make sure that he and you were going to the same place. He was trying to chat you up.
I watched Taken.
Yeah.
The dumbest thing you can do before going to Paris is watch Taken. And he was trying to talk to me, and I was like, I will not get in a cab with you. I will not share that cab. You will not know where I live, and then I will be hooked up, and I will get fed and raped and shit.
Is that how what happened to her?
Yeah. Did you not watch the movie?
I watched Taken 2.
Oh, Taken 2 is garbage.
I remember
compared to
I was
Taken.
just watching.
That got me.
I thought Taken 2.
Because I was by myself.
Yeah, no, that's dangerous. You worried?
I didn't see the first one, but I remember in the second one, I thought it was so funny because he would keep being like, he'd get a map and be like, all right, this is about 3 miles away, take a grenade and throw it. Just hope. I would need so much preparation for throwing a grenade.
Because he's thrown so many. Yeah, because he's Superman in those movies.
Where'd you get this grenade? Worst plane story.
Yeah.
Worst plane story. My family and I, we were traveling to Israel, and it's like a 14-hour flight, and I have one of the worst colds of my entire life. Oh,
that's
on an
awful.
overnight 14-hour flight on a plane. So I was just up basically the whole night, hacking and sneezing and coughing and
everyone would have
disturbing
hated you.
everybody. People hated me.
Yeah.
And it was a full flight. They couldn't move me.
There's nothing worse than the.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
all these germs are circulating through the whole plane, and I feel terrible because I know I'm responsible for this. So that's one. The other, Will, is when we were going to
You shat
the
yourself.
when we were going to the Republican debates, and Will and Darren missed the flight.
What?
I think I've told this story
Yeah, I think you
before.
did.
Yeah, but basically, I had taken some stuff to fly. I had taken some stuff to fly.
What
and
does that even mean?
It means
to chill out a little bit.
I was like, yeah, like anytime I fly, I take
chill out.
I was chilled out. I take like some kava, maybe some valerian root, a couple of Advil. Like I medicate to fly.
Right.
But in this particular case, I had a little bit of pot chocolate.
Right.
And it hit me just as I was like in line for the plane, and they were
Yeah.
off getting food, and I didn't notice that they didn't get on the plane with me, and they shut the doors, and I texted Darren. I'm like, did you guys make it on the flight? He's like, what? And I'm like, the doors are closed. He's like, oh
no.
shit. They hustle back. They can't get on the plane.
Yeah.
And then I
Will.
lose all communication with them because they're on the other side, and I had to turn my phone off. So I'm just panicking
Yeah.
on this plane, and I feel like it's my fault, and I'm like in this very heightened paranoid place, and I'm just trying to stay calm.
I can only imagine.
And then you shut yourself.
No, did not shit myself.
When you have that kind of
Yeah.
thing, it's like if you're having a good time, it'll be a real good time. But if you're having a slightly bad time,
Yeah.
So the reason why I keep
Airplane.
saying that, I do have a friend who shat himself twice on a plane. So
Oh, really?
Unless that's happened, you can't have the
Shat
worst flight.
himself twice?
Yeah, he was
Twice?
really sick.
In the same flight?
on an
Oh
airplane.
my god!
Yeah.
I had a friend who
No.
shat himself during the
Got
SATs.
changed into the pajamas,
Oh,
shat
no.
them.
What
Oh.
pajamas?
You get Qantas pajamas.
You
Yeah.
get pajamas on a plane?
Yeah, if you're in like,
Going on a far flight.
hello.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think my worst
Shat
plane
the
story though
pajamas.
is it's like I don't really trip on planes because I don't care how I'm treated. I probably have been treated bad, but I just don't remember. And it was after that, so I had to get on another flight. Then maybe 8 hours later, like
Yeah, it
5
was like
in the morning.
5 in the morning the next morning.
Yeah, and so we went home and then maybe slept for 2 hours and came back. And the airplane we got on,
My microphone's gone soggy.
oh yeah, I feel like I've had that one.
It's like the Pixar when he looks down.
Just hold on to it.
He doesn't
Just
get
hold
happy
on to
again.
it. You got it.
This is the Pixar thing.
It's the Pixar lamp. Zach,
My lamp's depressed.
for those of you who are listening via the audio version, our intrepid studio tech,
Don't you realize
Zach
that-
Taylor is here trying to fix Maud's microphone.
Don't you see that Maud is thirsty?
What?
But how
are you
did Zach
talking
not
about?
come with a water for Maud?
Yeah,
I got one right
she's
here.
got one right here.
Oh,
yeah.
good looking out. He knows.
Yeah,
He
I
knows.
thought.
Farm boy, thank you for
Yeah.
fetching me my microphone.
Yeah.
Farm boy. I love that term. Oh,
Farm boy?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like that's something I would never be.
A farm boy.
But I would
It's
love to
a
have
quote
one.
from a movie. I did it last time
I
and
know.
you didn't get it.
And it gave me this
What
image
movie?
of what a farm
What
boy
movie?
is.
Farm boy, fetch me that pail.
The one where Morgan
would
Freeman
say-
tries to escape from prison.
As you wish.
Oh, Princess Bride. I've
There
only
it
seen
is.
it once.
Only
Yeah, it's like one of those movies I didn't see as a kid, and everyone told me was
Oh,
great,
yeah.
so I avoided it for years because I didn't want to be swept up in hype. And then I finally watched it, and it was okay.
That's the one with the rodent of immaculate
Rodents
size.
of unusual size, ROUSs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I went to film school, so of course they talked about that movie a lot, and I only saw a couple scenes, and it was. What's going on with you?
I don't
wondering
know.
if you-
Technology is having a field day with this
experiencing
podcast
a few
right
technical
now.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, my plane, I got on this plane at 5 in the morning, and it wasn't an airplane. It was called an Airbus.
Yep.
Airbus is an airplane. It's a brand of airplane.
It's an airplane, but you know how this airplane you're talking about, he got pajamas.
Yeah.
There ain't no goddamn pajamas on an Airbus. It's like the seats were like what you expect on a bus.
Yeah.
So they were metal, and I was trying to sleep on the way to Texas, and it was just but I don't give a fuck about anything, so I got off it and did my life.
There you go.
Yeah. You didn't die?
No. No. I walked right up to Donald Trump after that and said whatever I said
Yeah.
to him, and that was it.
What's your problem with minorities right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is?
I love kids. What did he say?
Young people, I love you.
Yeah.
I was really gonna fuck with what's his name? The black dude.
Oh, Ben Carson.
Ben Carson,
We
but-
had him for like a minute. Yeah.
But Complex wanted to take him, but I was gonna say so much ridiculous shit to him, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I regret that, and we're not at the other one.
Yeah, I know. We're not at the convention. I wonder why, Will.
Oh, me?
No, it's me too.
Yeah.
At least the Democrat one is me.
What happened to the Democrat one?
Oh, the Hillary video.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
yes.
just be like me. Move countries and legally not be able to vote.
There you go.
Oh, I have no
yeah.
like qualms.
With nothing.
I mean, I can't. When you take away choice, you can't complain. Well,
Right.
yeah. No, you can't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
At some point in my life, I need to spend at least a whole year in a different country.
Where would you live?
I'm only doing English, so it's either the UK or where you're from.
Australia or
And
New Zealand.
I'm not trying to be tiny up in Australia. New Zealand? Oh.
New Zealand is my like number one top choice for retirement.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Is
reckon.
just move to New Zealand and never
So
come
I
back.
remember when I was editor and my desk was right there. One day I was sad because that was my life, and I went on Google Maps, and I remember I zoomed in anywhere just to be anywhere else, and I came on New Zealand. I was like, this is beautiful.
It's so beautiful, huh?
It's everywhere.
And it's got like every type of terrain possible
Yeah.
in one country.
That's so cool. I bet
Yeah.
the food there tastes nothing like it
pretty
does
choice,
here.
Yeah.
I want to go to there.
The meat is all like well raised and like happy animals and
down
it's
the
like,
street.
Yeah.
How many times have you left the country?
I've been to Canada. So other than Canada, I've only left once.
What was that time?
It was when we did DeFranco Does one of them places, Toronto.
Oh no, so that was the one time.
Yeah, that was the one time.
My burps are bad. I'm sorry, guys. I branched out and put Italian sausage on my pizza,
There you go.
but it's coming back with the
Pizza Rev?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
It's coming back with vengeance.
So that's it, and that's for work.
Yeah, I've never I don't vacation.
You should try it.
I am. I'm gonna go to Catalina Island by myself.
Go to
and get a
Catalina
hotel.
Island by yourself.
Yeah,
Catalina Island.
No. Yeah. Go to Catalina Island, rent a golf cart. You rent a golf cart, that's how everyone gets around.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. I once went to Catalina Island
With someone?
Yeah, with my then girlfriend.
Yeah, then
this
it's
was
Catalina.
Like, yeah, this was like
It's Catalina,
yeah, this
yeah.
was like 5 years ago. And you rent a golf cart for the day and use a golf cart to get all around the island. Half the island is a resort, the other half is kind of public, and there are homes and
That's
stuff.
dope.
People live there. Catalina Island High School was having a football game
No.
against another school from off the island, from the mainland.
Clear
Yeah.
eyes.
And full hearts can't lose. But the Catalina Island football team only had 7 players.
Oh, that's
and there's
so cute.
you need 9 players to play football at any given time, and they played both offense and defense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like,
And you're complaining, sitting in the middle of SourceFed,
I know.
having a real job, being like it was so bad.
At least we had a full team.
yeah, but like I kind of love that idea of
Yeah.
like not just that, but like imagine prom at Catalina High School when there's only like 35 students or something.
Wow.
But that premise needs to be a movie, and The Rock is the coach.
Yeah, and they're going to overcome adversity and still win the championship, even though they have the least amount of players in the history of football.
Yeah, but maybe lose at some point because that's how it happens.
There's a
Sure,
kid.
it has to be realistic.
There's
at
a
some
kid on
point.
the team, I can see it now, thick red hair, covered in freckles, whitest
Oh,
skin.
yeah.
And but
Whitest
he's like,
skin, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitest skin, you
And he like squints a lot. Mm-hmm. Wait, am I thinking of just Sandlot kids again?
You
Sand-
might be.
Sandlot?
You're thinking of that one kid from The Sandlot.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
The Big Green. He was also the lead in The Big Green.
But him as a ranger.
I like that you can get
Ginger
a golf
Ninja,
cart,
sorry.
though.
Ginger
Yeah,
Ninjas
I'm
are beautiful.
for sure. You drove the golf cart anywhere you want.
everywhere.
You have to have a
Everywhere.
driver's license?
No.
I mean, I got one, but just wanted to know.
Actually, you might need a driver's license, but it didn't matter.
When
I
I
like
first
rented
met
it
you,
for
you
like
didn't have
20
one.
bucks.
Yeah. No, I do.
No, the whole place is seafood, ice cream, golf carts, and that's it. And
Yeah.
goats. And
I'm going to
goats.
go and just exist.
Yeah.
I did that this weekend though, because I was sick all weekend, and I physically, it was weird to know because when you're sick, your body hurts, so I couldn't do all the things that I'm used to doing. I'm like, I go room to room and like make things, but as I got sicker, I like literally couldn't move my body. And as I got out, the way I knew I wasn't sick anymore was when I was just standing up for no reason. Right. I was like, oh, I'm back to me.
Oh, great.
Hold on. What do you do on an average weekend? You go from room to room and you make stuff. Stuff.
I have ever since I got the master bedroom at my house, which has like it's a walk-in closet. You're supposed to have your clothes in, but I go in there and like draw and record my voice and like really just zone out into the universe.
So you hide in a closet and tune into the void and things come out.
Yeah.
You're not sure what they are, but they do.
I call them YouTube videos or,
Have you thought about leaving the house?
Yeah, I do that now.
Pokemon Go's out and everything.
I haven't been that into it though. I heard you saying that I heard you walking by. What'd you say you saw? It was like a vile plume or something.
Oh no, there was a gloom a few weeks ago, or there was a weeping bell today, and I was furious because everyone else in the office can get in fine, but for me the servers are down, and that's trash.
You got a good team right now?
That's okay.
Yeah,
I got like 5 Raticates. Who cares?
Like 19 Pidgeots.
Right. I feel like unless you actually travel around the city looking for Pokemon, you kind of just have the basic.
A guy
ditch.
quit his full-time job to be a Pokemon hunter.
Why?
Trainer. You
Pokemon
don't hunt them.
That's foul. Don't do that.
I'm Pokemon Go famous.
Oh, there's a tourist nearby.
I like it though. I don't play it a bunch because like I will like it. I think the game right now is brilliant and amazing. I'm glad what it's done to my peers, but I'll start playing it when you can battle people.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can battle people at gyms.
I want to know who came up with all the English Pokemon names. Who thought, okay, he's a rock guy, he's got 2 arms. Geodude.
And it makes sense. Geo.
And Geode.
Dude.
Geode is also a word.
I never really questioned it. And then I was trying to talk to someone. I was like, I caught a Geodude. And they were like, I'm sorry, you what? I was like,
what?
That does sound a little strange. Geodude.
Geodude. Clefairy. Vileplume. They're all like... I think
Weeping Bell.
The reason why Pokemon Go is so fun is because it's like you're how from what I've experienced is you're like literally looking around and nothing's happening, and then you turn around and you see the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Once they start having the scary Pokemon on there, which is only like 8 of them.
What?
Yeah.
But it's not like that though. It's not like it's just your camera and then suddenly a Pokemon's in view.
Yeah.
Like you have to tap it and everything.
But then I was also thinking about it. Like all my friends were like,
Will's trying to be a gamer. Wait, this is hilarious.
I was like, all my friends were like, oh, you caught an Onyx. That's so cool. And I thought about it.
Did you get an Onyx?
You got an Onyx?
My first try.
Denise got 2 Onyxes.
What the fuck?
She was down in Mid-City Pokemon, catching Pokemon. She got 2 Onyxes.
Yeah. But I was thinking about it. Okay, so imagine if you were in real life and I was at the park and then all of a sudden a giant rock monster comes out.
Man, I would catch that and ride it. Wait a second.
You could ride it? You could ride it.
You could ride that rock monster?
Cool.
That's what Brock does.
Yeah.
In the show.
He wants to be the world's greatest Pokemon breeder, which is kind of creepy.
But he also wanted to put his dick in 3 different women every episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
He was just obsessed with Can we just clear the air? Brock was obsessed with sex.
Yeah.
Whether it was him fucking or it was the Pokemon fun.
Yeah.
He wanted to either fuck or watch things fuck for the rest of his life.
I think that's that shit that like they hide into things that they don't really like you don't get it for a long time.
Yeah.
Like the thing that I noticed that really blew my fucking brain is that Bill Cosby, he knew the whole time what he had been doing. So he got a show, The Cosby Show. He knew the whole time.
He knew?
He knew the whole time.
He knew what he was doing.
He's like, y'all, I'm fucked up, but look here. I'm going to have a show. And do you know what his job is on the show? He's a pussy doctor. He's an OBGYN.
An obstetrician.
Yeah, he's a pussy doctor the whole time.
I didn't know that.
So the episodes would go until he'd be in the bed with his wife and he'd say, oh, you know what? I got to go. There's the delivery. I got to go get a baby. He knew.
He was basically waving it in our faces the whole time. Is what you're saying.
I rathered it when I didn't know that Geodude was a weird name than when I knew that. I preferred not knowing that.
I'm just saying that sometimes people sneak some weird shit into shit.
This is going to be a very weird Comic-Con this year because this is the first Comic-Con post Pokemon Go. So if it wasn't crazy already, all of a sudden you're going to see like whole crowds of people go from milling about to stopping and swiping. all at once.
Look both ways. Just be like, I saw this
That's
video.
why they have the thing with the Gyarados when you boot it up.
in the beginning.
Pay attention.
This girl got hit by a car. She's 15. It's real sad. It's real sad.
There's quite a few car accidents too.
Yeah, and then but her mom got on like they interviewed the girl's mom, and the girl's mom was like, you know what? I know it's that damn game, and the game did it to her. No, look where you're going.
You got a dumb kid.
I'm not saying the girl's dumb.
I'm saying the girl's dumb.
There's a little bit of Darwinism happening right here. If catching a Pokemon, rare or not, is more of a priority than checking for out your own safety.
Yes. Look both ways before you cross the street is all I'm saying. It ain't worth the Pidgey.
Yeah.
Be honest, though.
Now, Maud, you're going to Comic-Con, right?
I'm going to Comic-Con. I'm packing some costumes.
Oh, shit. Are you cosplaying every day?
Don't know if I'll do it every day. Some of the costumes I haven't worn for a while.
Oh, so these are all old costumes?
One of them was Halloween 2012.
Okay.
It was Harley Quinn Arkham Asylum.
Okay.
Yep. But I'm going to be packing what was my character's name in the Star Wars 360 video?
Oh.
Loon.
Loon.
Loon Sakati. So I'm going to be wearing...
Hey there, Loon.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how you know you have... the way you know you have a good fictional universe...
You have to get high to be High Loon. Yeah.
No one plays Overwatch.
I got the Overwatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way you know that you have a good fictional universe is if there are names that sound like it comes from there.
Thank you.
Like
Oh, wait. They were complimenting Star Wars.
Star Wars and Harry Potter. But no, your name fits. Like Loon, like... And
Jin Urso from the new one.
Like
It's a
Harry
great
Potter
name.
names are like always like...
Professor
to Prof or
Grubbly
something.
Plank.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he definitely has a Harry. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is a wizard for sure.
He could be in any movie and we'd be like, yeah, he fits. Yeah, he works in there.
He's a malleable actor.
Yeah, because he's so different looking.
Yeah, he's an odd boy.
Yeah.
He's like, have you ever seen those comparison pictures of him and otters?
Yes.
That he looks like an otter?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
He's
really
like a
liked him in
pale
that.
white ghost of an otter.
I loved him in that Oscar bait movie.
The Imitation Game.
Imitation Game.
I haven't seen it.
He's dope
watch
and he
that?
did it. I watched it like half of it with
Keira
Steve.
Knightley's in it. Did she pout the whole time?
Probably.
Pretty much. But like, I like how some movies you watch them and you're like, oh, they're trying to win an award.
Right.
I don't know if they ended up doing it.
No.
It was in...
It got nominated for a few things.
What won that year?
Oh, wow.
Gravity?
So it was last year. Imitation Game was last year.
No,
so.
it was the year before.
No, it was last year.
It was the year before.
Was the
I
year
think
before?
It was the year before.
Yeah.
I remember I watched it at Steve's
Last year was Spotlight.
Right.
Yeah, the year before was, I'm pretty sure it was Gravity.
Oh.
What one?
Was that the...
No, it was Birdman that won.
Birdman.
Birdman was cool. I mean, I didn't see
And
it.
Gravity
but
was the
I
year
know.
before.
Right.
Because that was Alfonso.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, like, Keira Knightley made me think of this. Like, growing up, how your perception of how people talk about movies and how people talk about celebrities changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, so I've been reading Ain't It Cool News since I was 12. Which is like a like
Website.
nerd news website. Yeah. And it used to have like far more like influence and power before like nerd blogs became like a thing.
Yeah, there's a
It
bunch
was like
now.
one of the first in like 96.
Wow.
Like it was originally they were just talking about Independence Day before it came out. And they had a quote on the
Tommy?
box.
That was. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Was that you?
I thought it was me.
Oh no.
Wow.
Was that you?
I don't know.
It
I heard
felt
a
like
rumble.
me.
It
Yeah.
was a...
Oh God.
I thought it was me.
They had a quote on the cover of Bend It Like Beckham that called Keira Knightley the sexiest tomboy beanpole of this generation.
Oh my God.
Which, like, at the time, I was just like, that's kind of weird. But now I'm like, that was really sexist and weird.
yeah.
That was also, like, on a movie directed by a woman, all about women, female empowerment movie, that's the quote you put on the cover.
Can you say
about
that
the
one more
woman who's
time?
not even the star.
Beanpole. Say that again.
Sexiest tomboy beanpole of her generation.
As someone who's being called a beanpole.
It just means you're skinny, right?
Oh,
Tall and skinny?
beanpole.
Yeah. You've been called a beanpole?
Yeah.
By whom? By men?
Oh, for a decade?
I get it. I'm a
Lanky.
beanpole too.
Lanky, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're a beanpole, I'm also a beanpole.
But you know, it's
Technically,
just every time
yeah.
I started dancing because I looked like a wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man. But that's
Flailing tube man.
Flailing, my bad. I always forget that last one.
Those things.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's how I dance.
That's the right way. That's how
And
you're
every
feeling
time I
it.
see one in action, it like calls to me. I'm like, yes.
So those things
It's so
existed,
free.
right?
It's freedom. Yeah.
Those things existed, and
I
then
hate
they
my
put on
elbow.
faces on them, or did they always have faces on them?
I don't know. I feel like originally it was just one tube, right?
Yeah, one tube.
Like the origin of this, someone was like, you know what? If we put like a tube of like plastic or fabric around this thing, it'll wave around, it'll draw people's attention.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's cool.
Hey, it kind of looks like a dude. I mean, imagine if he had a.
Whoa.
Shut
Stop
up,
right
Margaret.
there.
What'd you say, Bill? It looks like a tube.
It looks like a tube. It doesn't look like a man. And then Margaret divorced him.
That's what
took
I
the
said.
concept.
Did you, Margaret?
Yeah.
Did you? Sounded like Bill had the idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's stealing my ideas.
Great
guys.
Yeah,
idea, Bill.
terrible.
Promotion.
Margaret asked for a divorce. She left the family. She moved to Wyoming. She opened her own competing business. She put a face on it. She put arms on it, and she outsold them 20-1. And now
sure.
no one even remember those dudes' name, but everyone remembers Margaret Wacky waving.
Margaret Wacky waving.
Inflatable
Little arm flailing.
I like that she had to
tube
move
man.
away to start the business.
What?
I like how she had to move away to start the business.
She did. She had to move out of state.
She lost all her friends.
Laws dictated that you couldn't have two wacky waving businesses in the same state. Yeah, it's terrible.
funny.
It's true.
Yeah, I remember as a
heartbreaking.
kid, I always thought that those things were very interesting. Now I just drive by them and don't care. But there's some things in life that just get humans, and that's one
My
of them.
love has intensified for
Yeah.
them. The older I get, the more I love them.
What is it about them that?
They're so free.
It's
They're
the freedom.
they will always be. I will never be as happy as they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have no insecurities.
No.
They have no job. They don't need to eat. They don't need to go anywhere. They're just there wacky, waving, flailing.
Yeah.
They're inflatable.
I hope everyone knows what we're talking about. Those
Yeah.
things, like, I feel like they go in front of car dealerships.
Yeah.
Mostly.
That's
Yeah.
like basically the only place you'll
Car
find them.
dealerships, Halloween
And
stores.
fuck car dealerships. I think I'm going to sell my car soon, but I don't want to
You
go
like
there.
just got it.
Yeah, it doesn't fit me anymore.
What does that
like
even
it doesn't
mean?
fit your brand?
It gets me from point A to point
That's
B.
exactly what a car is supposed to do.
It is.
Nothing more, nothing less.
But I'm not
to me.
expressing myself through it. The old me who was just trying to get 35 miles per gallon, that expressed me.
Wait, so then what is the car?
What
is
kind
the
of
William
bitch
Haynes
ass car do you think you need?
Tinted windows, mod. And I could just get my car tinted.
Yeah,
but,
you could just get your car tinted.
I
Why do
kinda
you
don't like
need
gray.
tinted? And that's a quote. Tinted windows.
Tinted, did I say it wrong? I don't know. It just feels like there's too much light going in on me, and I like to be in dark spaces, ergo my closet.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just help out a lot.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it illegal to get your windows tinted?
Yeah, it's called like murdered out or something. Like when it's like all black. Like that's the dream, but I'm not trying to. If you're like people who are rich enough will just get the ticket and pay it every time.
Right.
Do you wish you were allergic to the sun?
Do I wish I was allergic to
I don't
that
think
way-
anyone wishes that.
Because that way it would be more legitimate for
Oh,
you to
because you'd have a
this kind of
doctor's note.
habit.
You'd
Yeah.
have a reason.
I want it to always be twilight. You know, like
Magic hour.
Magic hour.
Yeah.
That I can move. I feel so free at that time. Like I could just like walk around.
Wacky. Did you see that? That was a wacky. That was a
Yeah, was
flailing
that me
arm.
doing the-
That was a bit of a
Yeah,
flailing
thing.
arm just then. Yeah.
But like right now, however the sun is out there, fuck this whole time period. From about 11 a.m. to about 3, 4.
No, like 5 or 6.
And even 5 or 6,
Yeah.
it's just shitty. And
That's
yeah,
when the
hot.
sun's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
then when the
yeah.
sun is crested over the horizon,
Ooh,
but you still
shadows.
have like 2-ish hours of light out before it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's magic hour. If you ever want to watch, there's a movie called Days of Heaven. It's a Terrence Malick movie. He shot the entire thing in magic hour.
I think that's
He would
genius.
shoot it 2 hours a day, every day.
I think that's genius.
took
I thought about
forever
that
to
this
shoot.
weekend. That's because, like, honestly, like as a photographer or a videographer, you know, like everybody calls it magic hour, and it truly is because the
No,
things
it's
that you
beautiful.
have, yeah, everything just looks. It gives it some contrast. There's shadows and there's emotion to it, and that's why that part of the day
purple.
is great in California. But I feel like on the East Coast, mornings are probably really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mornings are cool. Like sunrise is very, very cool. When I
Yeah.
used to work in New York City, I would take the ferry. I would take a boat.
Yeah, that's
from
dope.
New Jersey to New York, and it would look
Every day?
beautiful every day.
Yeah.
Every day I would wake up at 5:25 in the morning because I was working at an investment bank.
Were you?
I was working at Goldman Sachs.
You had to be a real man there, huh?
And I ran away.
Every time I hear
Goldman Sachs.
I
think
picture
Juju?
No, I picture gold-plated scrotum. Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs. That is what it is.
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
That's so weird for me to think that you did you have to go to an office?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was still trying to impress my bosses too. Like I was trying to get a job.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, wasn't sure if anything that I wanted to do was going to work out, and I knew I'd be able to make a good living. So I would wake up at 5:25. I'd take a jitney, which is like a little short bus.
I don't
down
think you're
to
allowed
the
to
train
say that
station.
anymore, though.
Jitney? You can't be calling people jitney.
No, it's not a good word.
Brittany became a jitney.
I would take that to the train. I would take a train to Hoboken or Jersey City. Then I would take a ferry from there to New York, and then I'd walk 7 blocks to the office.
That's so much.
Get there by like 7:05, and start working before my bosses showed up like an hour later. So I was always the first one in the office.
Wow, you were really trying to get it.
I was really trying to get it, but it was
Matt
like
Greenberman. I wanted to put
Greenback.
Have you ever been in New York, Maud?
Yeah.
Did you blend with that place?
Nah, don't gel.
Don't
Yeah.
gel with New York.
No.
Don't jive with it.
Well, I accidentally broke up with my boyfriend the first time I went there.
You accidentally? How does someone accidentally break
That
up?
sounds like Maud to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to talk
None
about
of this should surprise you. No, it's fine. So the first time I went to LA for 2 weeks. I was doing some stuff for Nickelodeon over here. I was there with my boyfriend. We'd been living together for about a year. It was all going pretty well. We knew a lot of people in LA, so we're having a lot of fun. We stayed at this cool 3-level place in the hills, which had a pool, and I was like, oh, I love LA. And then for 6 nights, we were staying in New York, and it was this tiny shoebox of a hotel room, and all day was just walking around, and I wanted to go shopping, and he wanted to sightsee, and we did some sightseeing, and I was like, that's okay, great, that's done, tick, 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 next. And it was just him and I, and we didn't really know anyone, and we were just in each other's space the whole time. And by day sort of 5, we're just sick of each other. And he even said that.
Yeah.
He's like, babe, I'm sick of you. Hey, I was like, oh, tell me about it. And he's like, when we get back home, we should break up. And I was like, I agree. Oh my gosh, I've actually been thinking about this for a little while. You'll move out. I'm obviously going to keep the dog because it's my dog. It's going to be fine because you know this. And his face is just like dropping.
Like, I was just kidding.
He did. He said I was joking. And I was like,
Me too.
say,
My mom's dead.
Oh no!
I'm just going to get on a plane and go back home, I guess. Yeah, and then, he just tried to be like the best guy in the world ever, and it was just done.
That's crazy. I think
Poor
that's
thing.
true though, because
Yeah, that sucked.
like in relationships, especially like romantic ones, it's like one of the most valuable things. It depends on the relationship though. Is like you need
Don't you
space
shake that
sometimes.
finger at me.
It depends on the type of person.
It's my only dance move these days.
Hey.
That's all I get on the dance floor. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
me and VidCon was this.
There was, I did a lot of
It
dancing at
really
VidCon.
works with a lot of songs, guys.
Pen.
I mean, shit. If you can make it vibe, sometimes move it up.
Yeah,
Why?
bring it.
I could go out a little bit, and then it's like when you get the pencil and you make it wiggle.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I haven't done that in
It's
a
just
long
my finger
time.
now.
Thank
Oh,
you for
man.
reminding me that's a thing.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was 8. So anyway, you were saying?
I just thought of a good. Okay, thank you. Never mind.
What?
I like. It's a joke. I'm gonna do like 3 weeks from now. So
Cool.
Cool.
No, actually, maybe 3 days from now. Cool.
Right.
I hope you remember
Can you
it.
wink
I
at me
will.
when you do it? So I'm like, there it is.
That's-
100%. I will wink.
All right.
Can you wink?
What if I die? Like for real? What if that was it?
I never thought I'd ever find this in the world, but I found someone who winks worse than me.
Yeah.
With me,
Yeah.
I really like. It really just doesn't. Cause it's like emotive. I don't know how to emote in that.
Oh,
You don't
I'm
have to. You don't have to emote while winking. You can just drop a wink while you're talking.
Oh,
Like you can
shit.
just do it in the middle of a sentence.
No,
and
you
it's
can't.
way more disconcerting.
What the fuck?
Because no one's really sure exactly what to do with you. If
But
you're
your
just, if
snap's shut.
What do you mean?
What the hell?
One
You know yours
eye
is a
does.
Twitch.
No, it's not a Twitch. I'm actually actively winking at
What
you
the
right now.
fuck? How do you do that?
It's like a loose wink. You're not doing like a.
Yeah.
You're not doing like a hefty like like throwing it at you wink. I'm just allowing myself to wink just a little bit while I'm talking.
Oh no, your second eye does move.
What?
No, he
My
has some
second eye
solid
moves while
ones
I'm
in
doing
there.
it. Yeah.
That what the fuck? Can you do that?
When I used to direct,
I look like I'm trying to not fall asleep. I look like I'm having narcolepsy problems.
You look like you have you're upset. Like
Yeah, like you just told me like I'll never be a wacky.
Here, wink at me. Wink at me. Okay. Oh no.
What's happening?
You look like you're just dog tired. You are just so tired. I want to get you
I just
like
realized
a
why I'm
hotel room
single.
and a bed. Go. Sleep it off, Mom.
I'm sexy. We should continue this conversation upstairs. Is I'm tired. Fuck off.
Yeah. And it's like, oh no, she's had way too much to drink. I can't.
I can't.
You know what? I am not the greatest guy in the world, but if I do this,
Yeah.
I am horrible.
Yep.
And Will, wink at me. Oh no.
That's the best one I've ever done.
That was
no matter what you say.
That was like disconcertingly smooth.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so you see, you had a snapshot and then it raised again and kind of fell. It was like you closed a gate too hard and it like banged a little bit.
Shade.
Yeah.
Some people can blink, some people can't. I can do this.
It's just a
though.
wink.
Can you do this?
On one finger only.
People
Which
who are
one?
listening.
No, I can. Yeah, lots of people on this
double-jointed.
audio podcast are not watching us play with our fingers.
I've lost the ability to do it.
Oh,
This one would
can
lock
you?
in. It's just the top knuckle would flip over. Oh my gosh,
You gotta
I've
breathe
lost
through it.
Got it. Wait.
I can do it with all of them. I'm a freak of fucking nature.
Is that your freak thing? That's
Yeah.
it? Oh, I've got really hyperextended elbows.
Oh no!
Fuck
What does that mean?
I mean, you know, like when you put your hands down, you go.
Oh.
I found another reason why I'm single.
I can also do this weird thing with my
You put your
stomach.
shirt down.
I mean, like,
Are you shaving your whole
ab
stomach?
control.
yeah, it's gross.
How wide is your snail trail now?
It like it
Show me that again.
goes
If you're going to pull up your
everywhere.
shirt in a
I know.
podcast,
You
just
shave embarrassed. I shave the shit out of my
You
stomach.
shave your whole body?
Yeah. I mean, like, because it would be ridiculous.
hold on, consent. May I?
I mean, go ahead. Go give it a look. Should I be flexing?
from there?
I mean, sometimes I miss. I'm really, not a lot of people get to look down here.
You're quite a hairy fucker. When did that happen?
Because I kept shaving it. I shouldn't have
Yeah.
shaved it the first time.
That was your
You
mistake.
had no hair.
Yeah.
And now you've got.
I had-
Like, what is that? Well, how wide do you reckon that is? I should know.
That's
What's
about
that?
a foot.
I have,
No.
I
Yeah.
went, I had a trail, and then I was like, oh no, I don't want to have a trail. And now I'm Austin Powers.
Yeah.
If this was here, I would be, that would be
See,
the shit.
Will, you should have just let yourself be hairy.
Yeah.
Hair is awesome.
You know?
That happened months ago, though. This is like months. This is new.
No, I've been hiding it from you. And now you put me on blast.
I did.
No.
Will, you're gonna have to start going to the gym or something.
No.
Come on, you can't be that hairy and not.
What would going to the gym do?
It would make you more manly.
I think so. Actually, when I was
Have
in
your
my
curtains
thickest-
match the drapes, as in your.
You don't even have to go to the gym, Will. You could go. There are parks with exercise machines in them now.
Hell no, I'm not trying to do that around folks.
You can't have a snail trail that's like it's 9 inches
why
long.
do you call it snail trail?
They call happy
Trail.
No, it's a snail trail.
Happy trail.
No, snail trail
Because
is
it
when
looks
you
like a snail.
is when you rub
Crawled across you.
pussy juice on the like. It's like it's
What?
A snail
okay.
trail is technically wet. No. I want elaborate further.
when you're with a girl and you're talking to her and you're getting her all juiced up and then you get up to go do it and she's like, "Oh, I left this snail."
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Because there's a wet spot now on that couch and it is not coming out. You can sage the shit out of it and it's still there.
That's a snail trail.
What's happening?
That's
Well, no, that's not really a trail because, she kind of was there and then she got up. If she scooted across,
that's a snail trail.
if she had to
sorry.
scoot, if there was any kind of scoot involved,
No.
that is a trail.
If she scoots, I'm sorry. I think mine was a snail spot, but you're right. A snail trail is when she scoots.
Yeah.
No, a snail.
Or
Where
if the
am
guy's
I?
just real sweaty and naked and he's got a lot of butt sweat.
Oh, God.
That would also ideally that
Can
would
you
be a snail
understand
trail.
how most of the country, the world, sorry, apart from this country, calls it a snail trail? Because it looks like a snail was traveling in the direction because it was only supposed to be.
Snail
a
don't
line.
leave hairs behind them.
So,
Maybe my.
I don't make the rules, but I definitely am not talking about pussy juice.
Who said pussy juice?
I've never had that ever come up in a conversation where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I
please.
just smeared your couch with my love juice.
You haven't been on enough Tinder dates.
Listen,
God.
listen, someone out there, if you're listening, I want you to take Maud's just like exasperated reading of Pussy Juice, the words Pussy Juice, and put it in a trap remix.
Put it in a trap. In a
Please
remix.
put
What's
it in a
happening?
trap
My
remix.
innocence is
I
dissipating.
can't
You need to make a trap
emphasize
song.
this enough.
I
It
know
must
you
happen.
could do it.
30 years on the planet, and I didn't realize that was a thing.
Pussy
Now
Juice?
you know.
Well, no, but like having a deposit left behind because you're going to the spank bank.
Sure. Well, that's Spank Bank is also different.
What's a spank?
Spank Bank is the
What you keep.
litany of sexual images that you
Oh, no, that's the
keep in
same.
your head.
That's the
Yeah.
same.
to
I just needed to
masturbate
use
to.
a spank bank because I said
Yeah.
deposit, and I needed to keep it in the realm of like
Right.
banking needs.
No, making a deposit in the Spank Bank is seeing someone or something and putting it there for later use.
Yeah, no,
you
that's
know.
the same.
When
Yeah.
like when she gives you that look and you're like, I don't even need to fuck you because it's in my spank bank. I'm gonna handle this myself
I
later.
thought that were like naked.
Is that what you used to
selfies.
tell yourself?
Yeah. When you don't know if you're gonna actually get anything out of it, you gotta tell yourself that.
How long's it been, Will? Oh, the foot's out.
No,
oh,
Will, you can't do.
Will.
Oh,
Oh, and it's
and then the sound's off again.
You die.
Oh, come on.
I feel like it's cracking now. It's
The
cracking.
mixer.
one
Yeah,
more.
oh.
Oh wow, it is. You're gonna break that table one day. That's kind of cool.
Once I won't break it until I'm a man. It won't be official. that
Yeah,
I'm a
we
man.
said we already
You
agreed
just-
you're gonna break it when you leave.
Yeah, once I'm gone.
You became a man the wrong way though. You got the fat wide man hair.
I fixed it.
What
I
else
don't
would
know
you
what
call
we'll call
it?
You have to give it
What,
new
a
name.
bush?
Your pubic line hair.
Happy trail.
What's so happy about that? Oh, I'm a
Nothing.
man. If you keep looking at my hair, you'll
It's
see the
leading
dick.
down to the happiest place on earth.
It's not happy. It's
do
difficult.
not compare Disneyland to dick.
It could be a happy trail leading down
They
to
are
a lake
very
area.
man
different
thing of all
rides.
time. Comparing a dick to Disneyland.
Listen, come ride the rides, experience the magic for yourself. Open since 1956.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No.
No.
I'm gonna go on all the Disney rides.
Yeah.
That
oh
was
God.
good.
No.
I mean,
do
Mickey
you
needs to
think?
evolve.
Do you think? I
Hey,
mean, I
Mickey,
know
you're
Walt
so
Disney
fine, you're
was
so fine, you
married, but
blow
do you
my-
think Walt?
Mind. Hey Mickey.
He was.
Hey, Mickey.
He was married, but what?
Do you think Walt Disney like slept with a lot of people?
Let's give another universe where everything existed.
Please call me Walt.
Let's say Walt Disney was respawned today.
Panties would be dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my God, Disneyland's fucking incredible. What the hell is Star Wars? I don't give a fuck.
Disneyland.
It's here now."
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. Walt Disney is Walt Disney with a bladder problem.
We're here.
Disney.
Walt Disney is the 1950s version of like the 1980s Hugh Hefner.
He is.
Don't you reckon?
If he was-
Interesting.
Come to my playground.
But like
theme-
80s Hugh Hefner. That's like already over the hill Hugh Hefner. That's like gross cocaine Hugh Hefner.
When was he in his prime?
He was in his prime in the 60s.
Good lord.
He was still doing it in the 90s. I remember that Fresh Prince episode.
Maybe it's PG and MA then.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, if
Like,
Walt
don't-
Disney came back now and he didn't have, all his family was dead, he would have to just start slaying. And at Club, what is it? The secret club in Disney?
Oh, Club 32?
Club 32.
Oh, you know he's
I've never
banging
been-
billionaires in there.
Yes, he is.
I've never been to Disneyland.
You never been? Oh, yeah.
I'm not getting the D.
I'll go with you. I seriously will go to Disneyland with anybody. I like to go with people as individuals and see what they would like to do and experience it that way.
I can show you my D.
Disneyland.
You would really like it a lot.
Probably. I get scared of heights though.
You don't have to go to Disneyland, not California Adventures.
Okay.
That's
No, California Adventure is great.
But
Oh,
how will
they're
I get
both
my
good.
California love?
the song.
That's
That's it.
Waving
That's it.
inflatable
Add the
arm
finger, add
flailing
the
to me.
finger.
There you go. Right there.
That's 2 moves.
Knows how to part. See?
You're up
Yeah,
to 2 moves.
there you go. You're up to 2. This is great.
Neither
If we
of
can
them
if we
are
can figure
good.
out how to fix the wink, you'll be up to 3. There's going to be a whole
I
array
can't
of Maude
wink.
Garrett dance moves that you can throw out at Comic-Con this weekend.
I don't even think I can wink.
You
can't.
can't do it.
I can't wink. I can just stink eye,
Ooh.
and that's it.
Here, just hold one lid up and then try to move the other one.
You got it. You got it.
Oh boy.
There you go. Now just practice that
Just
in the mirror.
practice. There you go. Just keep
home.
practicing.
Try
you
to
got
look
it.
forward. Try to see something.
Am I not sexy? Are you not turned on?
Are you not entertained? On that note, I think we're going to wrap up this episode of the SourceFed podcast. Big thank you to Maud and to Will.
Yeah.
And to all of you who are watching or listening. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've never checked out the audio version of the podcast over on iTunes or SoundCloud, please go and leave a like and a review on the iTunes version. If you're listening to this, every episode is available on youtube.com/SourceFed if you want to go see any of our other amazing comedy stuff. Maud, Will, anything you want to plug?
Go ahead and watch People Be Like. 4 new videos a week, Monday through Thursday. And this week I will be live on Comic-Con. I don't know when does this come out actually.
This comes out on Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays?
I probably already did it then.
Fridays.
We're at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We're at
Yeah.
We're at Comic-Con.
Yeah, you guys are going to be at Comic-Con. I'm not going to be there.
I will be at Comic-Con and
I'm
also watch
having
me
the
on
best
TV.
time.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun, ripping the dance floor, winking at everyone.
I'll see you there.
Are you guys doing a meetup or anything while you're
Hell
there?
nah. I'm working the whole time.
Yeah, we're working pretty hard.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not going to be
Oh,
there.
but if this is going up on Friday, check out my mine and Sam Instagrams tomorrow because we're getting dressed up as something really cool and you will not be able to recognize us.
Cool.
We're doing
shit.
professional cosplay. Last year we did casual cosplay on a budget. Now with no expenses spared, we
was
are
good.
going legit.
Nice.
You guys did good. Sam
Yeah,
was a
the Jar
hamburger
Jar
person.
Binks.
I don't want to talk about
He
it.
was Mayor McCheese or Officer Mac or something.
Oh, Mimic
Yeah.
Cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, when you're drunk at 1 a.m, they make chicken stars, and they make them in big quantities.
Oh, boy.
Yo, dog, it's cough syrup. You gotta cough it up.
Oh, I think it's working!